house. It is loud in here as the women's tournament comes to the championship game. Both Notre Dame and NC State had convincing wins yesterday in the semifinals, and now we are getting ready to tip off to see who will be the 2024 ACC champion. And we welcome you to Greensboro. Pam Ward, along with Deb Antonelli, who played her college ball sharpshooter at NC State, and Florida State's own Angel Gray will be joining us on the sideline shortly. Very exciting time of year, and excitement in this game. Both teams coming in hot.
Yeah, Pam, I mean, this league is projected to get 9 seeds. They've been the solid league all season, and these are the two best teams at the right time playing for the title, so this is going to be fun. And
what also is fun has been able to watch how the Wolfpack are clicking together, particularly Isaiah James.
Isaiah James is a part of the balance at NC State. They've got 5 players that average in double figures, so they have a lot of scoring power. But when she has the ball in her hands, she can get to the rim. She can pull up into mid-range. She's got three-point range as well. She knows how to help make others better on her penetration. She can really fill it up, and she's playing well here.
And the numbers show it. Those are just for these 2 tournament games. She was a first-team All-ACC performer. For more on Notre Dame, they're on a 7-game win streak. Last time they lost was to NC State. Let's go over to Angel.
Yes, ladies, and during that 7-game win streak, Neil Ivy told me it's because of her team's synergy and focus has been elite since their last loss against the Wolfpack. She said it comes down to their big 3. Sonia Citron, Hannah Hidalgo, and Maddie Westbelt have been unbelievable in this tournament, but throughout this entire season, they've been great. They account for 63% of Notre Dame scoring this season. They are 7-0 when at least 2 of the big 3 score 20 or more points. They do have an even shorter bench with Kylie Watson having the injury in last night's game. However, this big 3 is a nightmare for any opposing defense. We'll see what the North NC State has for today.
Yeah, certainly they are a handful, and Notre Dame needs them to come up big. As you mentioned today, Notre Dame is down to just 7 players in uniform. You mentioned Kylie Watson. She went down with a left knee injury yesterday in the semi. We'll have an MRI tomorrow. And Becky Abinma will not be available again. She is in concussion protocol. And there's a look at Kylie Watson. Went down late in the 3rd quarter. So the Irish going to have to do it with very few players, but it helps when one of them is Hannah Hidalgo.
Well, Hidalgo has been so spectacular all season. She can stuff the stat sheet. She understands tempo at a young age. And they're going to have to deal with River Baldwin at the beginning because NC State's going to try to get her established early. And remember, NC State won the first meeting between these 2 in South Bend.
And they won that game convincingly. Nat Marshall, who will be starting for Watson, took the opening tip for Notre Dame, but it's controlled by the pack.
When you play Notre Dame, you got to prepare for man and zone, Pam. And Notre Dame played about 50% of their possessions man and zone against NC State the first time.
Sanaya Rivers starts things off with the bucket. Here is the starting lineup. The big 3. Anna DeWolf had big 3s at the end of the semifinal game yesterday, and Nat Marshall coming in off the bench to start for Kylie Watson. At the post position, there's a collision between 2 players, and that induces a backcourt violation. NC State starting lineup, as Deb mentioned, they have a lot of people in double figures, every starter averaging in double figures. Mimi Collins had a huge start to the game yesterday, joined by James, Rivers, Hayes, and Baldwin. NC State coming in as the number 2 seed, started off the season 14-0, went from unranked to a top 10 team.
And here's the zone. 27 possessions of man as Mimi Collins sticks the triple. 25 possessions of zone according to Synergy in the first matchup. So there's the balance that Neil Ivy has on the defensive end.
Collins starting off today like she did yesterday with a shot from the outside. Sonia Citron has had a terrific ACC tournament. They need her to be hot, and she is one cool customer out there.
She is so good at getting her defender below the level of the screen, and that screen gets deeper to the elbow, and then she's got a short-range jump shot.
The miss taken by Hidalgo, who is a terrific rebounding guard, 2nd on this team overall in boards behind Maddie Westbeld.
NC State held Hidalgo to 10 points the first time they met. It was her lowest scoring, or tied her lowest scoring output, and 0 assists.
Yes, it was a convincing win on February 15th when NC State won 59-43, fewest points Notre Dame has scored against a ranked team since 2004. And they're 43 points, lowest home game scoring for the Irish this year. Rivers, good look. Does not get the bounce, but James, who is everywhere in the lefty, puts it back in. James second in most improved player balloting this year to Leatou King, who had a fantastic season for Pitt.
I would go right back to that same play. Here comes that middle ball screen. And watch Marshall. This time she pops.
Up the extent of her range, it rims in and out. Rivers brings the ball up. Playing the point guard position for this team, even though that's not her natural position. James with a little step back over Marshall.
Boy, if she gets hot, watch out. And she's seeing a big basket early.
Westfeld has to pick herself up. Citron. Wow.
Oh, here comes Sonia Citron.
Scores NC State 9, Sonia Citron 7.
Yeah, she is so solid. I mean, she can impact the game in a lot of ways as well. And she'll never change her expression.
No. Unflappable. Whether she hits a game winner, maybe you'll get a smile if she hits a game winner, but other than that, she's very even, which is a contrast to Hannah Hidalgo, who can be very demonstrative out on the court. Baldwin gives him a second chance.
And River Baldwin had a double-double the first time. 10 boards to go along with 14 points on the block.
Citron hunts it down. Hidalgo had her worst offensive performance of the year against NC State in the regular season. Citron misses. NC State ball.
Watch that screen right here by Marshall. She's done a great job with Sonia Citron. A couple of buckets have been off the Marshall screens, and then James with the step back.
James off to a good start. Gets it over to Baldwin, probably, and certainly in hindsight should have shot that. Citron going all the way with a step through, and Marshall couldn't hang on to the rebound. Niele Ivey, in her 4th year as the head coach, was the ACC Coach of the Year last year for the Fighting Irish. Won a national championship under Muffet McGraw, both as a player and an assistant coach. James guarded by Hidalgo, who leads the nation in steals. He is an absolute pest out there on the perimeter. James, terrific head fake. Marshall stayed with her, though.
I don't know about that shot. I don't think Westmore's going to like that one.
Hidalgo's first shot of the game. Got it!
When your shot selection turns into transition opportunities for the other team, you know it's not a good shot.
It's a good sign for Irish fans, because again, Hidalgo really struggled. 4 of 19 from the floor in that regular season loss to the Pack in February.
NC State's got to get inside the zone. They've been playing around the outside of it, and now the ball goes to the short corner, and we see the trap. A nice wrinkle for Niele Ivey.
Trying to come up with some sort of a solution to slow down this NC State team. Westmore, 3-time ACC Coach of the Year in his 11th season.
NC State's been here 4 of the last 5 years, and they've won 3 of them. Last year, they didn't make it to the championship.
Madison Hayes knocks down the 3.
Well, Westmore is 3-0 in championship games in the ACC tournament.
Notre Dame has only lost once in the title game. That was in 2018 when they fell to Louisville by 2 points. Hidalgo, nifty stuff.
And they want to make her go left. They feel she's less dangerous that way. But that's how good she is. She's crafty and she's creative. She sees the second level very well.
Freshman of the year in the ACC, Rivers, a little bit too strong, but Baldwin able to board it and get another shot off. Citron kept it going. DeWolf, the Fordham transfer.
NC State's given up some good looks in transition. They're going to have to tighten up their transition defense a little bit. I like playing inside out of the zone, but now Notre Dame's in man, so we're going zone on makes, man on miss.
Hayes guarded by DeWolf. Baldwin smacked it to keep it alive, and it is Notre Dame basketball. When we come back, we are all tied up at 12.
Hidalgo, the freshman, all 5, 6 of her pulling up, sticking to triple. She's crafty off the bounce as well. How about Madison Hayes?
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Back at the ACC Championship game as we take a look at today's Need to Know, brought to you by the USPS Ground Advantage. And the tournament history for these teams, a slight caveat as Notre Dame just got into the regular season, the first time 2013-2014. And Debbie, as you know, playing for NC State back for K-Yao, a lot of appearances for the Pack.
Yeah, 5 championships for Muffet McGraw and Notre Dame. And of those 7 for NC State, 4 of those belong to K-Yao, 3 to Westmore.
They won 3 in a row. That was broken up last year with the win by Virginia Tech. Westbell just took her first shot of the game. It's been the big 2 so far for Notre Dame. Citron and Hidalgo accounting for all 12 points. Tough shot for Westbell. Marshall gives them another offensive board. Hidalgo couldn't get it. It's off of Zoe Brooks, the talented freshman who was just checked in. There she is, number 35 for the Pack.
All the starters for NC State have scored except for River Baldwin. And Zoe Brooks comes into the game for NC State. That gives them another ball handling guard, another scorer in the backcourt.
And she forces a turnover.
Yeah, good job defending the flex cut on the out of bounds play.
State has missed 6 of its last 7 shots.
I think you got to play inside out a little bit, Pam. You know, get the ball inside to River Baldwin. She's a willing passer out of there, and if she does draw a double, someone else will be open.
She's only taken 1 shot so far. Brooks looks back to Coach Moore to get some instruction. Shot clock at 5. Zoe out to Hayes. They need a shot. It's going to be Rivers. It would have counted had it gone in.
That's part of not having a natural point guard on the floor, except for having a freshman point guard on the floor with Zoe Brooks.
Notre Dame's missed 4 shots in a row. Westbell trying to get going.
That's a tough take, trying to take the ball to the rim on James. She's a good defender.
Brooks, oh my. She was fouled. Joe Vasili, Mai Forsberg, and Dee Kantner, a veteran officiating crew here. That is the first foul of the game. That's nice. 7 minutes and 45 seconds in. KK Bransford picked up the foul for the Irish, who are playing very short-handed today. Kylie Watson got hurt in the 3rd quarter yesterday in the win over Virginia Tech. Her left knee injury, and that's what she brings, a very good rebounder. And she will have an MRI tomorrow. Becky Abinma, who is a backup forward, also continues to be out in concussion protocol. So they're down to 7 players in uniform today. One of them, Sarah Cernugal, is a former walk-on who just got a scholarship last August.
Well, it definitely affects the Notre Dame depth. It forces Marshall to play extra minutes. They kind of split minutes, but Marshall is more of a rebounder, an offensive rebounder, and Notre Dame's post player Kylie Watson, not available today, is more of a scorer on the block. She's a bigger body to match up with River Baldwin.
Yeah, Marshall at 6'5". Rather slight frame. She's going to have to play a whole lot of minutes, if not all of this ball game.
If you move the ball quickly, you will get numbers against the zone.
That's a travel by Rivers. So the ball goes back over to Notre Dame. Just a second turnover, excuse me.
Pam, NC State looks like they're hesitating a little bit against the zone. I still think they're playing on top of the floor. They need to get below the free throw line and try to collapse the top part of that zone so they can get some open looks from the middle third.
transfer breaks the scoring drought. Notre Dame had gone over 3 minutes without a bucket.
That's KK's game right there, putting it on the bounce.
And a held ball. Possession arrow Irish.
NC State's not connected right now on the offensive end. They just look hesitant, a little disjointed.
Got off to a good start, but now they've gone almost 4 minutes without a field goal.
Maddie Westbeld has a size advantage against Madison Hayes, but Hayes is one of their better defenders. See, they're trying to take advantage of that post-up opportunity right there.
Marshall left open, short. Rivers comes up with the rebound. Quickly tried to get it up to James, but Hannah Hidalgo, who is all over the court, is able to knock it away. Hidalgo, first in the entire country, averaging just under 5 steals per game, was the Defensive Player of the Year and the Freshman of the Year. And along the way, set a Notre Dame freshman record for points, also an ACC freshman record for points, held for all of 1 year. Broke Tanaya Latson's mark.
Oh, beautiful fake, but she doesn't finish it. Little hezzy, high off the glass.
Citron going left, drew attention. Hidalgo open, missed it all. Now James, defended by Citron, waits for some help. Baldwin, yeah, that's a holdout there on Westbeld. First on Maddie.
River Baldwin is doing a really good job of running the middle of the floor and getting some position inside. It's really important for her to get to the rim.
Just the second team foul. So we're inside 30 seconds to go. Baldwin against Westbeld, knocked out of bounds, no foul.
Wow, this is a tough one right here for River. I think she gets a little bit of a hook action right there. Westbeld, that's definitely a foul.
Brought both arms down.
Yes.
So a break for the Irish, and Ivy gets her out. Baldwin, guarded by Marshall this time, rolled it in for first points. State back on top, shot clock off for the Irish, waning seconds of the first quarter.
Look at James in a stance. She's telling Hidalgo, I'm going to make you go left.
And I could not get a shot off in time. NC State with a 1-point lead after 1 quarter at the ACC Championship.
River gets to that left shoulder through the contact. NC State with the lead.
You are watching the ACC on ESPN. Championship Sunday, NC State with a 1-point lead over the Irish. Notre Dame has had great success in this tournament. They've won 5 of them, the last one coming in 2019. Niele Ivey still looking for her first title as the head coach. And here she is with Angel Gray.
Coach, NC State had an efficient start, but then close out the quarter going 2 for 11 from the field. How would you assess your defense to this point?
Yeah, I thought we settled in a little bit. I thought they got hot early, just trying to find good offense and transition. So I thought we did a good job of settling when they started off fast.
When Hannah and Sonia started off with your first 12 points, you went through a drought of your own. How do you free up your offense a little bit?
Yeah, we need to get stopped so we can run in transition. That's what I think we're at our best. But Sonia got us started really well and trying to get Hannah and Maddie going as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Niele's got her ACC tournament voice going. You can tell she's been talking at a high volume for several days in a row. Good resume here. The highest net, actually, of any team in the ACC.
Yeah, this is excellent right here. The win over UConn definitely bumped up their net. And playing in this league as the 4 seed, and here they are in the title game. That's how good the league has been. It's been incredibly balanced all year. It's been a tough win, and Virginia Tech did win the regular season this year in the ACC.
Notre Dame took care of them yesterday without Liz Kitley, who is out for the ACC tournament at least. Citron able to chase it down. Right now, Charlie Cream says that Notre Dame will host in the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament. Selection Sunday, a week from today.
both of these teams with huge wins yesterday, so I don't expect fatigue to be an issue.
Both teams playing their third game in as many days. Citron and Hidalgo accounting for all but 2 of Notre Dame's points, and NC State has cooled off considerably after a hot start, but still they have the lead. It's not like Notre Dame's lighting the world on fire either. They're shooting just 33%. Timeout taken by Brooks after she couldn't find any options. Marshall, by the way, called for that Notre Dame foul as we take a timeout in Greensboro. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team.
All right, let's watch this out of bounds play, Pam, because this is what Westmore is upset about. Here's the screen for her to come around. Mimi Collins sets a screen, okay? And Sanaya Rivers is going to come over here. Now watch. Notre Dame guards the first action. Now look at NC State. Everybody's cutting away from the ball. Nobody's coming to the ball. That timeout might matter in the fourth quarter when he wants to advance the ball.
Keep an eye on that. State up by 1. They have missed 11 of their last 13 shots. Notre Dame has missed 9 of 10. Another miss. Hidalgo got run into by Hayes, who picks up her first foul. Westmore, as you could see, probably saying things like that, gummit, because that was not a good series down there on that side of the floor.
It wasn't. The poor execution on the out of bounds, forcing the timeout. Then you come off the timeout, and you get a tough 3, a contested 3.
And then the foul. Westbeld has had trouble navigating space.
That would be a flop, which they don't like to call.
Sonia Citron breaks the drought for the Irish. She has 10 of their 17 points.
The zone is designed to make you dribble on the perimeter, and that's exactly what NC State is doing. You got to pass it. It moves. You can move the ball faster by passing it.
James able to get a follow.
That's incredible athleticism right there.
Might have gotten away with a walk on her first move to the basket.
Look at James overplaying Hidalgo past the midline. That's how much they want to make her go left.
Hidalgo 5 points, 2 of 5 from the floor. Citron knew that was short.
Sonia Citron has got the hot hand. She's got a couple of triples here for Notre Dame, both from the deep corner. Look at the penetration. You don't help off the strong side when you got a great shooter in the corner. And then James, athleticism. I don't know how she snatched that one out of the air, but that's a great finish.
She is a tremendous player. Westbeld, catch, shoot, short. James with the board.
NC State needs to up their tempo. They're much better when they're accelerating, not just up the floor, north and south, but east and west in their quarter court offense.
Baldwin got a good look at it. Both teams shooting around 33%. Hannah, nope. Rebound falls to Collins. They left Brooks open.
I mean, Brooks is a 22% three-point shooter, but she's capable on a catch and shoot. It was a really good pass by Rivers.
Isaiah James with the foul, and on this play, see that right knee kind of got caught up a little bit. So Madison Hayes is on the NC State bench.
Madison Hayes told me before the game she did announce on senior day she will be returning next year. Good news for the Wolfpack.
Absolutely. James almost forced a turnover. Marshall couldn't get past the wall of River Baldwin.
Good job of being in the gaps that time and keeping the ball on the left side of the floor with Hidalgo over there.
Low turnover count so far for both teams.
Well, we like that.
Low point total. We
don't like that.
You especially don't. Tipped by Citron, picks it up herself. Well, Ivy said she'd like to see her team get more points in transition, but State's done a good job of getting back.
Good job of making her see layers. She's not seeing a clean, straight driving lane, and that's a good job by NC State.
Hidalgo has the ball in her hands for a long time. Brooks,
what a rebound.
Couple really good freshmen, Hidalgo and Brooks. She got bottled up, but found Collins, who was fouled.
Well, that's 1-on-4 right there. I think Westmore is going to say, Zoe, come over here. Let me tell you something, young one.
Hidalgo picked up her first foul. There's Mimi Collins at the free throw line. Champ Week rolls on today with 2 more women's title games. LSU and South Carolina in the SEC Championship following us. Then USC Stanford, wow, in the Pac-12, 2 terrific games. South Carolina, the epitome of escaping that win yesterday against Tennessee.
Yeah, that was an interesting finish to that game. Very interesting. I'm sure we don't have time to talk about it right here, but I love the way Niele Ivey was building confidence in Hidalgo, her freshman, during that free throw.
Yeah, they have several conversations. Brooks over to talk to Coach Moore as well during that time. Shot clock is at 5 for Citron. They need a shot from Westbeld. She looks at the clock, steps through, and hits it!
Good contest. Great shot.
Westbeld also pretty calm out there. The veteran, she also has the option of coming back next year. Has not made an announcement. Irish are hopeful she'll come back.
I mean, who wouldn't want to play with Olivia Miles and Hidalgo in the backcourt next year?
Olivia says she's coming back. Ball goes to Notre Dame on the held ball.
This is just good defense by Baldwin. She needs to stay on her feet, though. She forces her to make an extra dribble. And then nice step through by Maddie Westbeld.
There's Olivia Miles making the announcement through her head coach that she will come back next year with Notre Dame. There's been all sorts of speculation. Hidalgo hammered, and Hannah will get to the free throw line for the first time today.
And the first time she's seen a straight line to the bucket. You have to build layers against a player like her that is so good off the bounce and so shifty. You got to make her keep thinking instead of letting her react.
Baldwin with the foul. Hannah Hidalgo winning the Rookie and Defensive Player of the Year award. You see, 3rd in Division I, only Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins scoring at a better pace. Most steals in Division I, and certainly up not just for National Freshman of the Year, but she's an All-American, period.
Yeah, I think she is. I think there are 3 All-Americans out of the ACC this year. Kitley, Amor, and Hidalgo.
Cannot argue with that. Brooks, nice, but couldn't finish. Westbeld able to come up with the miss.
And of course, Kitley and Amor are the Virginia Tech players.
They were bounced yesterday by the Irish. That goes up and over the backboard.
I mean, the percentages right now that Westmore is playing have worked every time they've made her go left, except for that straight line drive. Even when she pulls up at the nail, that's a shot that she would make 8 out of 10 times. But they're making her think.
What's at stake? Well, a championship, and Notre Dame looking for its 6th title since it joined the league in 2014. State going for their 4th in 5 years. State is on a drought now. They've gone 4 minutes without a field goal.
That ball never gets off the top of the zone.
Rivers, nope.
It's a good job by Niele Ivey. They're short without Kylie Watson because of the injury, and they go zone.
Brooks, behind the back to James with the finish. The stylish assist for the freshman.
Well, that gets everyone in red off their seat. It's a lot of red in here today, Pam.
NC State about an hour and a half away from Greensboro. So a lot of Wolfpack fans on hand. Shot clock at 5 for Hidalgo. She just noticed. Hannah off balance. Here comes Brooks. Citron stole it. Frantic and frenetic right now at the ACC Championship. Bransford, long 2.
Yeah, that's not a good shot right here. You got to make the defense work.
Brooks settles as we hit 3 minutes to go in the half.
I don't know many coaches that are fans of a shot off the first pass. Here comes a step-up screen.
Shot clock winding down. Collins missed everything, but Baldwin got it. However, shot clock violation because the shot didn't hit the rim.
They go step-up screen to clear it out, but Mimi Collins cuts to the baseline, and this is a great play right here. Just a beautiful feed. The right pass at the right time. Good finish by James. Nice behind the back.
Perfect pass, kind of chancy going behind the back. If it was off the mark, Westmore might not have been so pleased.
I think that was actually very fundamental by Brooks. Something that she's capable of doing.
Marshall on the baseline. Her first basket. Getting the start for Watson, out with a knee injury. And Marshall gets some attention now. Ann Marquez, the veteran athletic trainer, takes a look at her chin. Hidalgo's
we got to go look at it.
Yep, Hidalgo's going to check back in, pardon me.
Sorry, Pam. You know, they got to look at it because there's blood and there's contact above.
The last play is under review to see if there's any unnecessary.
Above the shoulders.
Well, she just ran into James.
Yeah, it looks like she ran into her face, honestly.
Yeah, that's just
incidental. This
contact.
won't take long.
I'm sure the pain isn't incidental for Marshall, but the contact certainly was. This should not take long for Dee Cantner and Joe Vasili over there at the monitor. We also will make sure the clock is where it should be.
Gives both coaches an extra timeout.
Low scoring game, and they got it right. Saying there's nothing there.
They just run into each other and collide.
So we play on, 25 seconds to shoot. James inbounds to Brooks.
Number 3, Hidalgo returns for Notre Dame.
Hidalgo checked in for Marshall. As she gets her chin attended to. To go in the first half. Brooks recovered.
This zone has really taken NC State deep into the shot clock.
Under 5 seconds. Rivers for 3. Miss. Good block out by Citron to keep Collins away from the board. Citron with Rivers on her. Instead passes out to Hidalgo. And Hidalgo 7 points so far in this game. 2 assists. She had none the first time they played in the regular season. Brooks with the board.
That was risky because Mimi Collins went underneath that Westbelt screen.
NC State has missed 20 of its last 24 shots. Baldwin missed everything.
That was zoned by Notre Dame, and West recognized it, tried to get a play in. I'm not sure if his team recognized it.
Bransford gives Notre Dame its biggest lead of the game at 5 points. NC State has only scored 5 points in this quarter. Brooks finds a little seam and hits.
I love that the officials are not calling flopping on either side today, because we've had some.
About 5 seconds or so difference between the two clocks. Niele Ivey wants to talk it over. We'll take a timeout as well. See you in 30 seconds. Welcome back. Waning seconds of the second quarter. We look forward to checking in on site. The game day crew is here. Yep, that's Andrea Carter. We got Elle Duncan in the house and people all over the country checking in on this very exciting championship Sunday in women's college basketball. Got LSU, South Carolina after us, and after that, USC and Stanford. So just sit there and watch great basketball all afternoon long.
Juju Watkins, the other great freshman, dropped 52 on Stanford the first time they played. Can't wait to watch that one.
So Wolf back to Hidalgo, 5 on the shot clock. Hannah, Bransford, they need a shot. They get it from Hannah. Hit it! Right before the shot clock buzzer went off.
And NC State didn't take the ball out of bounds with 4.5 on the clock, and they don't get an opportunity for a last possession.
So out of the timeout, Notre Dame hits.
She gets lost in the shuffle. NC State loses communication. Hidalgo wide open for a triple. Excellent play call by Niele Ivey to end the half.
So Hidalgo into double figures with 10 points, gives Notre Dame the 28-22 lead as we head over to Angel Gray with Sonia Citron.
Sonia, both teams have had to scratch and claw for points in this first half. It helps when Hannah Hidalgo hits a buzzer-beating three. But how can you build more of a rhythm in the second half?
Yeah, I think we just have to slow things down, really use screens, and just attack to the basket and kick out. Slow it down a little bit. I think we're rushing, and yeah.
On the defensive end, you've only given up 7 points in that second quarter. What do you like about that end?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I think that shows that we're being really aggressive on defense, and we're focusing on the right things, which you love to see.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
NC State just 2 of 10 from the floor in that second quarter. Something to celebrate for the Irish fans for now. That's it for the first half. Time now to go to our game day crew. It's Andrea Carter and Elle Duncan, and they are in the house in Greensboro.
These are all big facts. Welcome to your halftime report. From courtside here at Greensboro Coliseum, I am the aforementioned Elle Duncan. She's Andrea Carter. You heard Sonia Citron kind of hit on what Pam and Deb were talking about. A lot of frenetic energy in this.
You are watching ESPN's Champ Week presented by Principal, as we welcome you back to the Ally ACC Women's Basketball Tournament. The big three for Notre Dame scored or assisted on 26 of 28 Notre Dame points. Hidalgo and Citron have 10 points apiece. And the most important statistic, Notre Dame is up 28-22 at the half in the championship game. Pam Ward along with Deb Antonelli. Angel Gray is with us as well. I got another read here. Time for today's expert moves, Debbie, brought to you by Principal.
I'm going to show you some, Pam. This is what you're going to see right here. Watch how NC State defends or scores right here. They've got cleared out the whole side to go two-man naked side. Ball screen offense, really good right here. This execution is what they're going to need more of in the second half. James with a pull-up jump shot on a switch. Now, Notre Dame has Hidalgo trying to force her left. So the screen comes, she rejects the screen. There's a switch. Mimi Collins is on Hidalgo. Now watch what happens. Mimi doesn't stay with her. Hidalgo slips out to the three-point line and drills the triple right at the end of the half. And then NC State, you see the clock, 4 seconds goes off. They didn't even try to get the ball back in bounds.
Angel Gray had a chance to speak with Wes Moore. Angel?
Yeah, Wes Moore was not thrilled that his team only scored 7 points in that second quarter. He said the Notre Dame zone is really giving them some problems at this point. He asked for them to attack. He said, we're standing around, we're not making any aggressive moves, and we're a short shot clock at 10 seconds. He said, we have to find a way, if we don't get the first one, at least create some second chance opportunities, asking for more of that attack mode in the second half.
Yeah, Angel, they got to get the ball below the free throw line. When they stand on top of the zone and dribble, that's what Notre Dame wants them to do. Notre Dame dictated all of NC State shots in the second quarter. NC State's got to dictate the shots they want here in the second half.
Trying to get River Baldwin going because in the first half she was just 1 of 6 from the floor. Maddie Westfeld also the other down low player, 1 for 6 from the floor with 2 points for the Irish. Here she is.
I'm expecting a heavy package of Maddie Westbeld here in the second half. Not surprised to see her get the first attempt.
Good news for both teams. Madison Hayes, who appeared to twist her knee a little bit, number 21 in white, is back out there, as is Nat Marshall for the Irish. She's got her chin bandaged after she got knocked in the chin late in the second quarter. Rivers.
Well, Sanaya Rivers has to find a way to impact this game with her speed and her quickness, and she hasn't done that yet.
Citron gets it back to Marshall, left open for the jumper, rolls off the rim. James gives it up to Rivers. NC State looking to tie this game.
I love that package that Niele Ivy's going to. Ball screen action in the middle third of the floor. That's where they can do some damage. NC State's really challenged to guard that.
Mismatch with DeWolf on Mimi Collins asking for the ball, but James took it, got her own miss, missed again. Collins hammed under the basket. Hidalgo gets it back to Westbeld.
Good hustle to get back in transition by Mimi Collins after she was forced out of the baseline.
Hidalgo with the shot off glass. It looked like it was well defended, but Hannah has a way of scoring anyway.
3 plays for Notre Dame to start the second half. All 3 in the middle third in that ball screen action.
Collins driving on DeWolf. Baldwin over the back of Citron. That's 2 fouls on River Baldwin.
Watch the screen right here. Sanaya Rivers rejects the screen. And then Hidalgo high off the glass over 6'5".
Hidalgo had her worst shooting day of the season in the regular season loss against NC State. A little bit better today. Westbeld for 3.
There's the flare.
Westbeld's first 3 of the game gets the lead back up to 7. Largest lead for the Irish. Number 4 seed taking on the number 2 seed in NC State. Hayes left open and she buried it.
Shooters in the corner, operating in the middle third. This is excellent offensive execution by Notre Dame.
Citron floats it. Rivers picks it up. There's that speed Sanaya's known for. Collins couldn't handle it.
Look how fast she is.
Cleanly, and then was fouled.
Watch this middle third ball screen action right here. The dribble handoff right here into the flare screen and then the pop. Watch what happens. Here comes the screen. There's the flare. Nice job of Hidalgo setting that up for Westbeld. And then the skip over the top. Hayes in the deep corner. Now you see a little bit more acceleration, a little bit better body language out of NC State on the offensive end.
They had a miserable second quarter, just 2 of 10 from the floor. For 7 points overall in that second quarter. Baldwin gets in, and another foul. Nat Marshall was called for her second on the previous play. And now Westbeld has 2. Sends River Baldwin to the free throw line. Sunday, yes, a week from today, ESPN has the exclusive live announcement of the 68-team NCAA Women's Championship field. We'll break down every team and every matchup in each region. Coverage starts at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN and the app. That's St. Patrick's Day night.
Well, St. Patrick's Day is a national holiday, but the selection show is a national holiday also.
Absolutely. 2 reasons to celebrate on the 17th. Hidalgo found a little seam.
Right now, Notre Dame getting whatever they want. NC State's going to have to up their defensive effort.
Baldwin, as Hidalgo comes over, jumped up and got a piece of Baldwin, so Hannah's now got 2.
So Hidalgo comes and snakes off that screen. She's got options, hers, or she has the throwback, because Maddie Westbeld is open for 3. This time she gets to the nail and she knocks it down. I told you she'd make 8 out of 10 there.
Collins, quick trigger. Citron came in and knocked it out of bounds.
Look how much better NC State's moving the ball. They're not playing off the bounce as much this half. They're moving the ball off the pass, and that's the way you beat the zone.
Already with more points in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter than they had in the entire second quarter. Wilson able to handle and finish.
Great pass to the target, away from the defense. Great steal by River Baldwin.
1-point ball game. 2-point ball game, pardon me. Westbeld, another 3. Rims it. Acrobatic rebound by Hayes.
A good backdoor cut. Hayes does such a good job moving without the ball.
They've done a good job of getting it into Baldwin. She's got 8 points in this quarter.
What a great job by Westmore in the locker room with his team to change the whole rhythm of the game, their body language and everything else about the way they're accelerating through their offensive sets.
Westbeld driving left, got it and was fouled.
Same for Niele Ivey on the Westbeld package. It's all Westbeld right now. You got to dump out the playbook on one of the best hybrid 4s in the country. Off the bounce to the left. Great finish by Maddie.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Teamwork evident in this game. You saw Nat Marshall with a cut on her chin. She has been patched up back in. And we've got ourselves quite a championship game. Notre Dame up by 2. And we expected, Deb, that the Big 3 would do a lot. How about this? Scoring or assisting on 89% of the points in this, the 3rd game of the ACC tournament, including on 35 of 37 points today.
They will be dangerous in the NCAA tournament. They'll most likely host first and second round, both these teams. And they're both tough at home. But NC State has assisted on 4 of their 5 baskets here in the third quarter, so they have adjusted to the zone, and they have done a much better job. Now it's Niele Ivey staying in the zone in this possession. Let's see how long she stays in it while NC State's got a rhythm going.
River Baldwin inside. A lot of contact, no foul. Let's go over to Angel Gray.
You were talking about the Big 3 for Notre Dame. Well, how about this? This is the highest scoring trio for the program in the last 25 seasons. If you think about the amount of names, the amount of talent that has come through this program since then, and to think that a rookie, a freshman, is Defensive Player of the Year as well as Rookie of the Year, leading the charge, it's going to be so much fun watching them going forward.
Pam, they are the 2nd highest trio in the nation. The best is Iowa with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Heavy on the Caitlin Clark, I'm sure. Speaking of which, they're playing for the Big Ten Championship today. We've got the SEC and the Pac-12 following us here on ESPN. What a day it is going to be. Westbell with the missed board for Baldwin, who has 3 personal fouls. That was her 4th rebound.
River Baldwin's body language been more demonstrative. She's showing up, showing her numbers, posting up. Nice off the screen by River Baldwin. Isaiah James in the mid-range.
James's first points of the second half. She's got 10 overall. Citron, that was telegraphed. Rivers got in front of it. Sonia knocked it away.
We got a foul. You know what, Bam? It is just a matter of time before Sanaya Rivers inserts her speed and her athleticism. In the first half, she didn't. In the second half here, this is an example of how she can use her athleticism and her ability to change the game defensively. The trail official had the foul.
First foul on Citron. DeWolf back into the game for the Irish. Short-handed today, just 7 players in uniform. Kylie Watson hurt her knee yesterday. River Baldwin rolling. We have our 8th lead change of the game.
This is what you want on a championship Sunday.
Citron tries to quiet the crowd. Nope.
I don't think Notre Dame's had a rebound in this quarter.
James for 3. Off the back rim.
There's one.
Citron, perfect pass, but Sanaya Rivers is there with the block. Here come the Pack. Rivers, the height advantage over DeWolf. NC State up 3. Timeout taken.
The first half, NC State looked like they were stuck in mud. Not here in the second. Sanaya Rivers on the block, and how about this? The pull-up over a smaller defender. Now she's cooking.
Let's take a look at today's moves of the game presented by TurboTax.
Sanaya Rivers, it was a matter of time. Standing around, dribbling the basketball the first half, not the second half. Explosive with her speed and length, using her athleticism to impact the game in multiple ways. Steal, block, and then the pull-up J. Now she's stuffing the stat sheet on the right side of the box score.
First half, NC State hit just 28% of their shots from the floor, including 2 of 10 in the second quarter. Different story here in the third. They are outscoring Notre Dame by 9. Wolf working on Brooks, got it knocked away. Citron was able to save the possession, but now she's in trouble and gives it up. James does not have numbers, and she's fouled by Hidalgo.
The pace was Notre Dame's the first half. The second half is NC State. They were down 6 at the break. Niele Ivy's team executed so well in the first half. Let's see how long they decide to stay in that zone, because NC State is figuring it out. It's still a 1-possession game.
That was also the 3rd foul on Hannah Hidalgo. Here's James at the line. ESPN NBA Sunday night doubleheader starts with the Knicks Sixers at 7 Eastern, and follow that with the Timberwolves taking on the Lakers in LA. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern with NBA Countdown. Stephanie White calling that Lakers Wolves game for us. James gets them both. 8-0 NC State run. James, great defense on Hidalgo. He's having a tough time getting it. We're inside a minute to go in the third. Marshall, no basket. A foul call before Westbeld could get the shot off.
We haven't seen a whole lot of high-low out of Notre Dame, but boy, that's a set that they love to run. And good job moving the ball, getting the switches that they wanted, and then taking Isaiah James down to the block. Maddie Westbeld.
Second foul on James. 20 seconds put back on the shot clock. Hidalgo for three. Hits it! As she's falling down.
They called a flop this time. Dee Kantner gave the signal to the bench.
Cuts the lead to 2. Collins passes into Rivers, who can't handle it cleanly. Puck is off now for Citron. Mr. West picks up a dribble, needs help, there's a foul. Drawn by Isaiah James, who has drawn the most charges for the Pack this season.
I mean, Maddie Westbeld just runs over her right here. She's trying to get to the basket on a backdoor cut. James positioned perfectly to draw that charge.
Now the Pack will get the last shot. Rivers short, but the third quarter belonged to NC State. They outscored Notre Dame by 8. They take a 43-41 lead. The last 10 minutes to go here in the ACC championship game. And NC State, 7 ACC tournament titles. They had 3 in a row, ending in 22. The legendary Kay Yao had a bunch of them. As you take a look at them over the years, they're trying to get the title back after Virginia Tech won it last year. Here's Wes Moore with Angel.
Coach, at halftime, you said that you wanted your team to go into attack mode. River Baldwin right now with 10 of her 12 points in that third quarter. How else have they answered the challenge?
Yeah, we're attacking the rim a little bit more. Definitely trying to get post touches or penetrating, get paint touches. So trying to, like I said, be attacking instead of just swinging the ball against the zone the whole time. We want to reverse the ball, move the zone. We want to attack those gaps and closeouts. Thank you.
Very successful third quarter for the Pack. 10 points alone for River Baldwin. Their net is 16. Charlie Cream has them hosting as well in the first and second round.
They also had a win over UConn earlier this year, and then they beat Colorado. Both these teams beat UConn in the regular season, and that still helps your net.
Absolutely. And NC State, what a story. Picked to finish 8th in this league. And here they are, 10 minutes away, locked up in this fight with Notre Dame for the ACC championship. Cam Ward, Debbie Antonelli, Andrew Gray joining you for Greensboro. And Hidalgo zips inside the Westbeld, but she's got 3 NC State players, still was able to get the shot up and in.
What great footwork by Westbeld. You go to who you trust at this point, Pam, and you trust Westbeld and Citron and Hidalgo to make plays.
Certainly the big 3. That is the 5th tie of this game. Guarded by Bransford, who is the only bench player we have seen for the Irish. Zoe Brooks, the only one for the Pack. There's Zoe. Shot clock winding down. Westbeld comes away with it. Notre Dame being shorthanded, but Wes Moore has only taken 1 player off his bench today, and that's Brooks. Bransford. Who lost it to Rivers. 2-on-1 with Collins. Sanaya takes it right at Westbeld, who's playing with 3 fouls.
That's right, smart play, not to give it up. Once she saw Westbeld in transition. There's that speed and quickness of Sanaya Rivers.
Also a smart play by Westbeld to just let her go ahead and not risk getting a 4th foul. Pack back on top. Doggo left open for me.
Rebound on Brooks. They're just challenging her by going under that screen, and then a turnover by Brooks.
Doggo always looking for a steal. Citron off. Baldwin board.
Well, I love the way Hidalgo zips that pass into the pocket, though. Citron had a great look.
Wide open for Sonia. 6 rebounds now for Baldwin, who gets the ball, guarded by Marshall. Westbeld comes over to help him. Baldwin is able to finish.
NC State only had 8 points in the paint in the first half. That's 12 here in the second.
Westbeld by Baldwin. 4-point advantage for State. Ransford looking for somebody. Westbeld gets it to Hidalgo. Elevates. Misses. Notre Dame has gone cold.
It's interesting that KK Bransford's operating the offense on the top of the floor now, and Niele Ivy's getting Hidalgo off the ball.
Brooks driving.
Straight line drive.
Biggest lead of the game for State on a 6-0 run. Westbeld cuts the lead in half.
Yes. Maddie Westbeld. She's not just a stretch four, she's a hybrid, Pam, because she can make decisions that facilitate. She can shoot the three, she can post up. She is so fun to watch.
Baldwin. Off the rim. Doggo looking over towards Niele Ivy. Good defense by James. James says, let's slow it down to Zoe Brooks. The exuberant freshman does get it back to Uzziah. 3, short, box out, rebound, Marshall. And James comes in and fouls Hidalgo. That's 3 on James.
Sanaya Rivers with a quick pick and a take. And Zoe Brooks, another straight line drive high off the glass. But then the answer in the deep corner. Westbeld sticks it to make it a 1-possession game.
Westbeld with 11 points in the second half. Only had 2 in the first half. Left. Picks it up. Marshall.
Really good defense by Maddie Hayes that time. Closing the space on Westbeld, not letting her pivot once she got in the paint.
Rivers. Rolled by Marshall. Shot clock. Single digits. Great turn by Baldwin. Five minutes left. Hidalgo trying to shoot over Baldwin. Couldn't help. And a foul on Citron going for the ball. Just the second on Sonia. We have a timeout. Notre Dame down by 3. A lot at stake here in the ACC championship game. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we'll be better off with an Ally. Pictures of the last time these teams won a championship in 2019 or Notre Dame. This was 2 years ago for NC State, their string of 3 in a row.
Quite a run for NC State and Westmore, and this game has been outstanding. Look at the difference for NC State in the second half, shooting 50%. And as you've done such a good job of, Pam, as 5 ties, 8 lead changes, you've said that all along. It's been a highly competitive game.
Unlike in the regular season when NC State beat Notre Dame handily in South Bend, Baldwin doubled quickly by Citron. Citron hit hard on the court, so it's 4-on-5 right now. And Joe Basile blows his whistle as Citron comes up the court.
Citron was involved in the double team on Sanaya Rivers, which is an adjustment coming off the timeout. She makes the pass, and she just catches it with a follow-through. Just incidental contact.
Anna DeWolf comes in for Nat Marshall.
And that hurts across the bridge of the nose.
So DeWolf and Notre Dame got their small lineup. Well, they only had 2 lineups in this game. Player off the bench. Bransford.
Play Bransford as a driver. Would you play her as a shooter?
Westbeld missed. Hayes came up with another rebound.
So now you know they're going to double. River Baldwin, so throw it down there. Be ready to make a play out of it.
Notre being out rebounded by 10. Now 9 as it bounced all the way to DeWolf.
DeWolf hit 6 triples yesterday in the game.
Westbeld wide open. Hit it! Addie Westbeld with 14 second half points. Look at Olivia Miles over on the bench. We are tied up with 3.5 to go. Rivers big advantage over DeWolf on height and quickness. Foul call.
Every time NC State gets a little rhythm, Westbeld breaks it. She hit that triple before, and look at the reaction by Coach Ivy. Yes!
Anna DeWolf just picked up her first foul. 2 team fouls against Notre Dame, 1 State. Brooks might have dribbled on the baseline, and she did. Just the 9th turnover for the Pack. Notre Dame on a 6-0 run. The chance to get the lead back. 3 minutes to go. Hidalgo around the Westbeld screen. Darren Bransford to shoot. Instead, she drives. Baldwin blocked it, and it's recovered by Hayes.
Gotta make a good decision here.
Rivers all takes over DeWolf. Here's Hidalgo. DeWolf in transition, waits for help. It's Hidalgo. No foul from the basket.
What a bucket. With the left.
Hidalgo puts Notre Dame back on top. State has not scored for almost 5 minutes.
They've gotten so stagnant here against the zone. They had a rhythm earlier.
Underneath, Hayes got it. Terrific.
Get behind that zone.
Terrific pass by Rivers. We're tied again. Clock into single digits for Hidalgo. Driving by Rivers, and she hits. Hannah Hidalgo with 21. Zaya James for the lead. Rebound. Couple of Irish players around it. Citron Able to get it over to Hidalgo to settle. We're inside a minute to go.
You got to lock up right here. Again, James overplaying Hidalgo, forcing her left.
Ransford. Back to Hannah. Guarded by James. Hannah drives left. Still doesn't get it. James on the move. Got numbers. Rivers. Through it. Away.
Nice advanced pass right here. Good finish with Hidalgo to the left with contact. And then behind the defense, Hayes.
Timeout taken by Ivy. We talked about the big three for Notre Dame. It's the big two in the second half. Only Maddie Westbeld and Hannah Hidalgo have scored for Notre Dame in this half. They are up 2. And there is the reset as we take a look at today's Star Stories, brought to you by Home Depot. Maddie Westbeld only had 2 points at the half. River Baldwin, same. Look what they've done in the second half. Again, there's 2 Notre Dame players who've scored in this second half. Short bench because of the injury yesterday to Kylie Watson. So what do you think is going to happen here, Coach Antonelli?
I'm going to tell you right now, Coach Ward, here's what's going to happen. NC State's probably going to stay in their man. Okay? And Notre Dame, maybe some soft pressure. But NC State has fouls to give. They have 1 team foul. They have 3 timeouts. Notre Dame has 2 team fouls. They have 1 timeout. So I might see some soft token pressure, but you got to keep Hidalgo in front. You can't let her get open in the open court, and you got to get a stop and rebound. I would definitely keep Madison Hayes on Maddie Westbeld. That's been the matchup because she is better suited to guard her with size and strength. But I also would not let Hidalgo get a shot off here. Look for Citron outside the 3.
Let's see, 2-second difference between the 2 clocks. There's a foul. As you mentioned, they have lots of fouls to give. Notre Dame has not lost since falling to NC State on the 15th of February. 7 straight wins, and here they are in a gem of a title game. James has 4 fouls now. Inbound, Westbeld
for the steal, try to get a trap, and commit a foul if you can't get it, but make a play on the ball.
Rivers picked up the foul, just her first. So up to 3 team fouls, still 1 more to give.
You got to be careful they don't slip to the bucket on you.
Transfer looks for somebody. Able to get it as Rivers fell to the court. Rivers just picked up her second foul. Let's take a look at what happened over there.
She's trying to get open right here. Just gets caught. Incidental contact. Unfortunately for NC State, when they were trying to foul, they're not going for the ball to make a steal. Like, you want a foul to get a steal.
All right, so Rivers has just picked up 3 fouls, maybe the 3 fastest fouls in history. And it's going to put Citron on the line. What do you think of that?
She's the best free throw shooter in the league.
Yeah, I don't understand the foul anyway.
But anyway, you wanted the foul.
That'll work out.
If you're down 2, they could run the clock out.
Citron, not the person you want. She leads the entire league in free throw percentage. She gets 1 out of 2, so it's still a 1-possession game. And NC State has the basketball. Certainly, they have capable 3-point shooters. You have to go for the 3.
No, you don't go for the 3 here. You're driving it hard to the back end. You see Notre Dame stays in the zone. They've been in the zone most of the game. They started in the beginning of the game with a little bit of man. I would think they'd stay in the zone.
Notre Dame has 2 fouls to give.
They do. So they might give them. If you're going to give the fouls, Okay? You want to make sure it's on the dribble down, not on the dribble up. Okay? Because they can get into the rhythm of the shot. A lot of coaches have a different philosophy here about whether you foul. But if you choose to give a foul here, you're going to give it on the dribble down. The second foul would be the one that you would consider if you wanted to put NC State to the line, not to allow the three-point shot. If you do that, you're not doing that until inside, I'd say 7 or 8 seconds. NC State doesn't need a three, though. In a direct pass to the block right here would be a play that I'm sure Westmore might have in his book.
With the timeout, able to advance it into the front court. Ryers. Well, there's the foul, pardon me, on Brooks. Rivers got it. Transferred. It's just her second.
And Coach Ivy's going, no more. See, I would give that foul, try and go make a steal, though. No. Go for the ball.
Rivers again, back to Brooks.
You got to go quick, though, because you want to have time for a rebound.
James for the lead. Rebound, Citron. Whistles it. Gets it over to Bradford. States it's the foul as Brooks runs into Hidalgo. It was a good look at the three.
Through the elevator door screens. James has a good look. And then Citron comes down with a huge rebound.
Hidalgo at the line. It's your chance to put this game away. They've missed a couple of big free throws here down the stretch. Citron and now Hidalgo. Big. It's a 4-point lead.
Timeout. Advance the ball.
Citron's free throw a little while ago was the first point scored in the second half, other than Hidalgo and Westfeld for Notre Dame. Here they are up 4. SEC championship falls us. It's LSU and South Carolina. We got a big finish on our hands here at the ACC.
What a great atmosphere. What an incredible game. What a competitive tournament we've had all weekend. Right now, NC State still has a chance. I mean, you got to get a direct pass to the block, score quickly, and then foul. Notre Dame has one timeout left. They can advance the ball.
And one foul to get. Let's see the way that Westmore decides to play it.
If you go for the three right here, you got to get an offensive rebound and kick it back out to the three-point line. If you miss.
Brooks. To Hayes. Who sends up the three well short. Boxed out by Citron, and Notre Dame has done it. Coming from behind to win the ACC championship for the first time since 2019. They were short-handed and were able to take out NC State, holding it back to only 8 points in the fourth quarter. Their 8th straight victory, and avenging the regular season loss at home back in February to the Pack.
What a game. What a win for Niele Ivey. Hannah Hidalgo played great in the second half. So did Maddie Westfeld. And Sonia Citron in the first half for the Irish. This is a well-put-together basketball team that's going to have a deep run in March. And I would say the same thing about NC State. They got a chance as well.
Both of them playing great basketball right now, and Maddie Westfeld giving Kylie Watson a big hug, who dissolves into tears. Kylie with the knee injury yesterday. We hope the best for her. She gets an MRI tomorrow when she gets home. But what a nutty performance for the Irish They got down here in the fourth quarter. This crowd, what do you say, at least 80%?
At least.
They've been awesome.
Yeah, probably 90%. I mean, what a game. What a finish. What a competitive second half between two really good basketball teams. Congratulations to Niele Ivey on her first ACC tournament championship. She won the regular season last year. What a great basketball team she has put together, and fulfilling the legacy of Coach Muffet McGraw.
It was a 2-2 run to end the game for Notre Dame. State of its last 9 shots. And it is a great day for the Irish. Niele Ivey, she's won this tournament as an assistant coach. Now she gets #1 as the head coach. What a job for her resilient Irish team. And they have really rocketed up right in the bracket, winning these last 8 games, 4 straight games against ranked teams, and they've beaten them all. This freshman, Hannah Hidalgo, something special. Angels. Let's go over to Angels. She's got the yell.
Coach, you won as a player, you won as an assistant coach, as a head coach now, being able to take home the ACC tournament title. What does that feel like?
There's nothing but God. There's nothing but God. All glory is in Him. I know, though, I'm lost for words. It's something I dreamt of, and the fact that it's manifested, I'm so proud of this group. I'm so appreciative of the support. The love is just amazing. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy.
You told me before the game that in that loss, your last loss of the regular season against NC State, that this team has grown, the grit, the synergy with your big 3 and beyond. What has this felt like being shorthanded?
I mean, it just shows the resilience of our team. They have so much grit, so much pride, so much passion. They play for me, and I'm so grateful to be able to mentor them and coach them. They play with a lot of heart, and everybody stepped up. So proud of Nat stepping up, KK stepping up. It's just phenomenal young women.
Is Hannah Hidalgo really a freshman? Is she really?
I really like that. She's a dog. I love her.
Back-to-back baskets for her to take the lead. The poise that she showed, the heart that she showed in her first ACC tournament.
She plays with no fear. She's relentless, fearless, competitive, passionate. Everything that you would want in a person and in a guard, a point guard for sure. I just love her. She does such a great job. And she's matured so much. She's player of the year in my opinion.
Thanks so much for your time. We'll grab Hannah just quickly right here. Hannah, when you hear those words from your coach, you said she's my coach of the year. How she challenged you from the first time you walked on campus to this point. What does it mean?
Yeah, it means everything to me. I love Coach Ivey. She's the best coach to me. She's such a player's coach, and she means so much to me. I play my heart out just for her.
Your heart is what won this title. When you're thinking about wanting the ball in your hands down the stretch, what was going through your mind, the mindset in that moment?
Yeah, well, just the ball screen was working. So we just had our big come inside the ball screen and just go ISO and just, if they help, dish out, and if not, go all the way to the basket.
Everyone talked about your big 3. Maddie Westbeld was unbelievable in that second half, 14 points for her. When you can see her get going, what type of energy were you trying to thrive off of seeing her?
Yeah, well, we need everybody on this team to go, and when Maddie's hot like that, we just keep feeding her the ball. I think there's nobody on this court that can stop her, and Sony too. When Sony's in her run, we just give her the ball, and she goes.
ACC Rookie of the Year, ACC Defensive Player of the Year, and now an ACC Tournament title. Not a bad resume.
Yes, sir. That means everything. Thank God for everything. I thank Jesus Christ for all the wins, all the success.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hannah Hidalgo, what a freshman year she has. And now she's got an ACC championship.
I mean, Pam, the maturity is right. That's the key word for this young player, because at the beginning of the year, she did a lot of stuff to isolate herself on the court, meaning she had the ball in her hand, she was looking to score. As the season went on, she figured out, she matured, her intellect got better. Her skill set was always there, but the understanding of the Notre Dame system and the Notre Dame culture is part of the reason why she's had so much success in this system.
And another terrific game for Sonia Citron, some big rebounds in the second half, especially. Here she is with Angel.
Sonia, that's what we love to see, the smile on your face, so stoic throughout the game. But when you understand what went into this season and getting to this point, what stands out the most?
I think just the grit that our team has. I mean, we have fought all season. We have battled injuries. what, we just stayed together and just look what we accomplished.
When you're thinking about Niele Ivey getting her first ACC tournament title, how does that make you feel, knowing that you're a part of that?
Amazing. I mean, Coach Ivey deserves the world. She worked so hard, so I'm just happy that we were able to give this to her.
And when you're looking at the Big Three, everyone talks about the Big Three. You establish yourself in the first half as well. As a collective, what does it feel like understanding everything that you guys have laid out on the floor to have these moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. I think, again, it speaks to our team and just the love we have for each other, and we were just playing for each other out there, so it feels great.
And it looked fun. Congratulations, champ.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel. And with this win, I think safe to say, Debbie, that we're going to see Notre Dame hosting in the first and second round.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all on NC State as well. And, you know, the game swung when Maddie Westbeld hit those triples. Those were the two backbreakers, I think, for the Wolfpack. And then the couple of turnovers late and poor execution by NC State at the end. But it was a well-played game, especially the adjustments Westmore made at halftime. And then the adjustments that Niele Ivey made in the middle third of the floor with their ball screen offense.
Notre Dame only had 6 players play today. They had 7 available. Only 5 players scored. All but 6 of their 55 points came from the Big Three of Hidalgo, Citron, and Westbeld.
It's impressive. This league has been great all year. You know, we've covered it all season long. 9 teams should get in. 9 teams have great guard play. And when you have great guard play, you have a chance to advance. I can't wait to watch what's next for Hannah Hidalgo and where her game will go next, especially next year when Olivia Miles gets back.
Watch out for that one. And if you want to see the trophy presentation, that is coming up on the ACC Network. The Nothing But Net crew also will take you through the rest of the afternoon. I think Muffet's going to be in a good mood sitting over there on that set. So the SEC Network, or the SEC Network, the SEC Championship game is coming up after us with LSU and South Carolina. For Debbie Antonelli, Angel Gray, we had such a great time this week. We have a fantastic crew, and I'm glad we got a great championship game after a great ACC season.
Our crew deserved it as much as we did. Congratulations to the Fighting Irish.
So Notre Dame wins the ACC Championship. Here's the SEC.